What's up, fight fans? What's going on out there, man? It's the homie, main man, made man in the building. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, going down on Wednesdays and Saturdays here on Main Man, Made Man's Boxing, man. Once again, it is on, fight fans, man. I just want to get up on here today. Hope y'all cooling out there today, staying quarantined, staying safe, staying clean, staying healthy. You know what I'm saying? Hope everybody doing good. Salute to everybody that catches this live, and salute to everybody that catches this on the playback. Thumbs up on the way in, and if you got to make it early departure, thumbs up on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. Now, the thing is this article today that's on Boxing Scene, man, and it's about Canelo Alvarez. And they're talking about Canelo Alvarez and Jaime Munguia. And the question is, you know, they were asking Eddie Reynoso basically like, yo, man, what's going on with Jaime Munguia? And they're expressing that they ain't interested in basically fighting Jaime Munguia. What's up, famo? What's up, cuzzo? I see you up in this joint. Be safe. Same to you, fam. You be safe too, man. Real spill, man. This thing is real, man. You know, so Canelo Alvarez, man, yeah, so they're letting their position be known here that they don't want to face Jaime Munguia. Now, that's their prerogative. If they don't want to fight Jaime Munguia for whatever reason, that's their prerogative. But the reason that we're hearing that the reason that they're giving is basically they don't want to face Jaime Munguia because it seems to me that they ain't in no hurry to face no Mexican fighter right now. Now, this has been the position of Canelo Alvarez for quite some time now. He refuses to face other Mexican fighters. Let's read what Canelo coach said when they asked him about Jaime Munguia. When they asked him about Jaime Munguia, he says, and I quote, "Not really. I would not want us to face Mexican fighters. We are looking for other things, other type of champions. I highly respect the careers of 3 of them. I would like to fight the fight with Benavidez. He is an explosive fighter, a fighter who can give a good fight. Then Zurdo is a great fighter, but he is inactive. I think he's been a year without a fight. And Jaime Munguia is at 160. He is just entering at 160, and we are at 68. We would like to fight with fighters from another country, not Mexicans." End quote. Now, that's the part that got me a little like, huh? All of this other stuff that Reynoso just said is a bunch of excuses, because I think any of these fighters would take a fight with Canelo Alvarez at the snap of a finger, whether it's Zurdo Ramirez, whether it's David Benavidez, whoever. Jaime Munguia has expressed that maybe he's not ready for it today. And his team has expressed that maybe they're not ready for it today. But there's going to come a day that they're going to be ready for Canelo Alvarez. But this position of Canelo not fighting no Mexican fighters, fight fans, cool or nah? Let's take a deeper look at this. Why does Canelo Alvarez, because the mainstream media ain't going to pick this up, they ain't going to say nothing about this, but why does Canelo Alvarez, a guy that's already breaks all kinds of norms in boxing, from weight jumping to mystery belts to franchise belts to you name it, to clenbuterol not being cool to being cool, you know, he blurs all kind of lines in boxing. But why does he get this right? How does he get to walk around and say, I ain't fighting no Mexican fighters? Is it because you say he the cash cow? Oh, he's the cash cow, main man. He makes all the money in boxing, so he can fight whoever he want to fight. How come when Floyd Mayweather was the cash cow of boxing, you never heard him say, I'm not fighting no other black fighters? How come when any of the previous cash cows, for that matter, have you ever heard Lennox Lewis, oh yeah, I'm not fighting any British fighters? Have you, and this goes for any race, black, white, other, whatever. Have you ever heard somebody say, oh, I'm not fighting my race? So why does Canelo get that option? Why does Canelo get to do that? Now, some may say Canelo is looking out. It's, you know, boxing is a nationalistic pride sport. I tell people that all the time. But that don't mean just because you got pride for your nationality that you don't fight fighters from your country. There's a lot of boxers that got a lot of national pride. Now, Canelo did come through the ranks in Mexico, but I'm saying since he's became a star, this is his position. And I ain't never heard nobody take a position like this. But so a lot of people may say that Canelo Alvarez, he don't want to mess up a lot of careers a lot of the Mexicans' careers. That's not cool. Look, man, if the rankings say that this guy got to face this guy, it can't be Canelo Alvarez saying, oh, well, look, I'm going to get out of the way of this fight because he's Mexican, and I don't want to mess up his rise to stardom. He's saying it's about Jaime Munguia in a nutshell. He ain't ready. He got ways to go. He needs a big fight. Blah, 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 blah. Basically saying in a nutshell, I don't want to stop his rise. You don't get to make that call. Or do you? The fans should be making that call, I thought. But he don't want to mess up other Mexicans' careers. But he want to mess up everyone. He don't mind messing up everybody else's. And that's cool. Cool or no. The question that also emerges from all this is Canelo Alvarez protecting his position in the Mexican boxing world and afraid to be dethroned. He see young Jaime Munguia coming. I don't think Jaime ready today. I think Canelo will watch Jaime Munguia today, all day. But I'm just saying, is Canelo maybe not wanting to lose to another Mexican fighter because he's afraid to be dethroned? Because Canelo, he's been wondering where he placed himself amongst the greats. The great Salvador Sanchez's and the Julio Cesar Chavez's of the world. He wondered where he sits amongst the place of those fighters. And he clearly wants to be breathing that air. He wants to be on that Mount Rushmore of Mexican heritage boxing. Is he afraid to let somebody come and knock him off that track? Dethrone him, if you will, before he gets to that rare air? Maybe that's the reason you don't want to fight other Mexican fighters. This is crazy. I mean, because I find it funny. You do got David Benavidez right there. You do got Zurdo Ramirez right there. You know, those are quality. That's quality opposition. You're talking about a world champion and a former world champion who vacated his belt. Mexican fighters. So I guess when Canelo gets around these cats, I ain't fighting no Mexican fighters. But you had no problem fighting Alfredo Angulo. Had no problem with facing Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., and that wasn't too long ago. Had no problem with it. Since he's became a star, Mexican fighters, all he's fought is Alfredo Angulo. Who else is he fought since he became a star? Alfredo Angulo, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., Josecito Lopez. Was he really the star at that time? That's as far as it goes. Canelo has been on this position for a while, I guess. How does he get to take a position like this? How does he get to take a position like this? But I just find it funny that he get around all of this smoke now. Top Mexican fighters are out there. David Benavidez versus the Canelo Alvarez, that fight will be fire. Fire. Now, but he don't want to face Mexican fighters. So that fight is off the table. Or they got to become bigger stars. I don't know what Canelo wants. But all I know is this position is wrong, man. And we're going to get deep on this. We're going to because like I asked the question of what if other races started this position? What if they look at the cash cow and say, well, the mainstream media ain't said nothing about it. Mainstream media don't care. He could take a position that way. So guess what? I ain't fighting no more black fighters. What if Terrence Bud Crawford or Earl Spence Jr. came out and says, I'm not fighting no more black fighters? We bang the drum week after week about Terrence Crawford versus Earl Spence. What if they take the position that Canelo took? Will they be wrong? Will y'all come against them by the multitudes? Will y'all say, oh, this guy's a racist? I'm dying to know because I don't hear nothing about Canelo. He could take this position. So what if others did it? This is one of the most quietest stories in boxing. No one's talking about this in the mainstream. It's okay. He can get away with it. The man has said it on numerous occasions. He's not fighting no Mexican fighters. So what if white fighters? What if white fighters come out? Nah, we're not fighting no more white fighters. I'm not fighting white fighters. Russian fighters. I'm not fighting other Russian fighters. American fighters. I'm not fighting other. What if this spread it through boxing, fight fans? But Canelo Alvarez can do it. He's the cash cow. He can do it. This dude gets more passes in boxing. Y'all want to run around and say he's number one pound for pound, but get all of these passes. But now he says he don't want to fight other Mexican fighters, and no one says shit. Damn. So what if he's mandated? Like I asked the question earlier. What if he's mandated to fight another Mexican fighter? Then what? Then what's going to be his position? What, he going to back out? Oh, no, I'll just vacate the belt because he's a Mexican fighter. What up, Shaq? Shaq say, yo, Canelo needs the full Mexican support to fulfill the DAZN contract, and fighting another Mexican would jeopardize that. Well, let's not check. DAZN was heavily vested into the Mexican fan base. That may not hurt DAZN, a fight with Canelo and another Mexican. It may hurt Canelo because they just put on, what, Jesse Vargas and Mikey Garcia, right? They had no problem. If you go to DAZN and people were wondering, like, will DAZN approve a fight, say like with a Jaime Munguia, I think they would. Yeah, I understand they already laid out Canelo's 3-fight plan, but I think they would because they are heavily invested in this community. They would love a big Mexican fight, a big Mexican standoff. I don't think they will protect Canelo against. It's just that right now, politically wise, they don't have another top-rated Mexican name for Canelo to fight. They don't have it. They will have to stretch across network lines to make it happen. But as far as in their stable, I can't think of nobody of Mexican descent that Canelo can. You know what I'm saying? But I understand. My thing is, I thought the Mexican people, I think that they would love him more if he did conquer all of the so-called comers from the Mexican. Like, if he want to earn that place as this, I guess he want to do it against other fighters. He prefer to earn his Mexican legendary status against other fighters. He don't want to do it at all against any Mexican fighters. He just rather do it against other. And I ain't saying he couldn't do it that way. Like, he probably could. There's enough names out there. But just think of the position, though, fight fans. Like, just think of that position. If there's some shit like that spread through boxing, man. How does he get a pass for this shit? How does he get a pass? How does this okay? How's no one bringing this question to him? How are you, sir, just not going to fight Mexican fighters? How do you take that position? How does the media let him get away with it? I've never heard that question asked to Canelo Alvarez. Not once. And he, like I said, this position has been out there. All of you boxing media, you never asked this question one time. How do you take this damn position and say you ain't going to fight nobody else? Doesn't really matter in a building. What's up, fam? There are not enough prime or great Mexicans to pit them against each other, and it's supported by Oscar, the fans, and the media. Mandate means nothing to a cash cow all day. All day. You're right. And he'll get away with it probably, bro, because he's been getting away with it this long. So if he had a mandate, if he had, I don't know, the WBC ain't got a mandate no more. So the other title, if he has the WBA, they mandate him to face someone. And they're Mexican descent. He just, no, I'm not going to do it. Of course, the sanctioning bodies, they all afraid of him. Oh, no, Canelo, we want you to hold our belt, please. We'll do whatever we got to do. I ain't fighting him because he's Mexican. Go to the next guy. That's crazy. That's crazy. I just can't fathom Floyd Mayweather Jr. sitting up in here telling everybody that, no, I'm not going to face this guy. I'm not going to face Zab Zuda. No, I'm not going to face Sean Bay Mitchell. No, I'm not going to, imagine him talking like that. Imagine it. Man, that shit would be crazy, bro. No, I'm not facing Andre Berto because he black. I ain't facing no other black fighters. Man, that man would have been ripped apart from limb to limb by every media, impersonating media in the world. But Canelo Alvarez, skate on by. This is some bullshit. Real spill. Chin smoke in the building. What's up, fam? What's going on? I got Dundada. I got fam in the building. What's up, homie? What's goody, man? Just talking this real. You know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Y'all, fight fans, look, man, I'm just telling y'all, man, I'm just telling y'all straight like this, man. We can't let stuff like this spread through boxing, and we got to bring this to Canelo Alvarez's face. One of you boxing reporters out there, somebody, man, bring this to Golden Boy. Bring it to even Eddie Reynoso. He has the same position. The trainer of Canelo Alvarez. He has the same position. He backs this. He good with Canelo just not facing Mexican fighters. He good with it. Somebody bring it to him. If you don't got the balls to bring it to Canelo, then bring it to Reynoso. But somebody need to ask the question. And somebody need to challenge them on this question. Because a position like this, I can't recall has ever been taken in boxing. Maybe you can find me a fighter somewhere along the line and say, oh, I'm not facing Russian or I'm not facing Australian fighter. I don't know. Maybe y'all can, but it's rare if it is ever happened. But I can't recall a fighter with enough balls at the top of the food chain say, oh, yeah, I'm not facing other Mexican fighters. And nobody say a damn peep. That should be big news, to be honest. This should be much bigger than what it is. Because if it would have been a black man, if it wouldn't have been someone who wasn't a cash cow, man, they would have been ripped apart for this position. So boxing media, let's see. Fight fans, hold them accountable. When y'all see your favorite channel or interviewer or whoever interviewing him, flood the comment, ask him, why is it that he only feel like he doesn't have to face Mexican fighters? Why does he feel like that? If he said it when he had no black American competition, I don't think they would have. I don't think there would have been an outrage, man. If he said it when he had no black American competition, I don't. So you saying that people are going to forgive it because he got enough black American competition? That's still though, man. That position like that, still, man. You can't. Doesn't matter how much black American competition. There may come a day, like I say, that he be in front of another Mexican. It may come a day that Jaime Munguia is right there in front of him. Then what is the position that he gonna take? You know what I'm saying? I mean, then what are you going to do? It's just going to look bad, and it's going to be bad for the sport. And I will hope the Mexican people even hold him accountable. Because guess what, Mexico? I know Canelo ain't y'all only favorite fighter. Y'all got other fighters that y'all want to see come up. And eventually that fighter going to have to maybe challenge Canelo if they around the same weight class. And y'all ain't going to want to see Canelo backing out because he a Mexican fighter. It's going to look like bullshit. It's going to look like excuse making. See, it's okay right now because there isn't no other Mexican name. That's what it is. That's what it is. But he know eventually the Mexican people will turn the heat up if they want to see certain things. Like when he took the Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. fight, which how do you take you don't want to face the Mexican fighter, but you was down to face him. Now I understand there was a bag attached to that, and there was a lot of money to be made in Mexico for Canelo for that fight. I'm fully aware of that. But still, I mean, you good to fight him for the bag? Y'all good to make a bag. Y'all just made a bag together. You were good to face him. He wasn't that good of a Mexican fighter, and the Mexican people still supported it because they love the name Chavez. But that was a bag that you knew both of y'all was gonna make, and you knew you was gonna win. But now you got Zerto right there. Now you got David Benavidez right there. You're skipping all through the weight class. You're ducking Bivol. You acting like Dimitri Bivol ain't calling your name. He ain't Mexican, but still. We don't want to hear that shit, bro. Yeah, he got black fighters he can face, but shit, that ain't that many for real, that we really want to. At this point with Andrade, who else? Who else we begging for? Black Andrade and Charlo. Man, this dude, and he won't face either one of them either. Man, this dude, y'all get Canelo too many passes. Y'all got the nerve to argue me down and say he number one pound for pound. I'm gonna leave this video where it is. I'm just a little blown back by this and how little attention that this has gotten. And he just continue on to take this position. In recent quotes, they just told you the reason that they ain't facing Jaime Munguia. In a nutshell, because he's Mexican. Forget all the other bull crap he said in that quote. In a nutshell, we ain't facing Jaime Munguia because he's Mexican. I don't know, fight fans. I'm going to get up out of here, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Not cool with this. And I'm going to hold Canelo feet to the fire every time a statement like this come out all day. Much love to y'all, man. Thumbs up on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in, man. All day, man. Y'all keep it trill, man. Y'all, we going to be here Saturday. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be here Saturday for We Talking Boxing. And yeah, man, we turning up just like that, man. For real. But Canelo Alvarez, not letting them get away with this shit. Thumbs up on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. To the next one. Peace out.